Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Goblin Grimace by rockratzero. So we're back to our normal puzzles, non-theme, just our standard rotation. So today, there is no ambiguity, unlike for the past week. All right, so let's go over the rules. We have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Now this definitely looks like a goblin. That's really neat. The lines and then the two eyes. I like that. Now the green lines are German whisper lines. So adjacent digits along the line have a difference of at least 3. So let's say this was a 2. Then this digit here would have to be a 5 or a 6. It couldn't be 1, 2, 3, or 4 because they're too close to the 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. You always take the larger minus the smaller. So this difference would be 1, but that still isn't big enough. It needs to be at least 3. And so it would actually, this pair and this pair would have to do it. So we could do, say, 5 here. 6 here. That would be one way to fill this. And then from here, you'd continue. This would be at least 3 away from 6. All right. In addition to that, our two eyes here, our circles, are odd. So they're just odd numbers. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right. And as we saw in Rockrat's setting video that I recorded at SudokuCon, he often likes to just draw a cool picture and then get it to be a nice puzzle, which is definitely a way to approach it. And that's how you get these really nice looking pictures. Okay, so let's start by saying this is 3, 5, and this is 1, 3. May as well pencil those. They have to be odd. I'm going to start by coloring. I think I'm going to color this one to start with. Actually, can we translate from here? Now, what do I mean by coloring? Well, what am I going to color? Well, 1 we're going to call a low digit. 1, 2, and 3 we're going to call low. And then 5 we're going to call a high digit. 4, 5, and 6 are high. We just split them down the middle. Now, I'm going to argue that German whisper lines have to alternate between low and high. So we go low, high, low, high. Now, why is that Why is that true? Well, we have to have a difference of at least 3. If you think about the group of 1, 2, 3, in order to have a difference of at least 3 from that, we have to move to the group of 4, 5, 6. And then from 4, 5, 6 to have a difference of at least 3, we have to move back to 1, 2, 3. The only way that's going to work. 3 crosses that threshold because each group is 3 in size. And so this is going to be high and this is going to be low. Now, can that translate to these at all? Is kind of the immediate question. I'm not immediately seeing a way to do that. So I'm going to color this one, but instead of using blue and orange, because we don't know which is low and which is high, I'm just going to use green and purple just to represent the alternation without specifically saying which one's low or high yet. We just know purple is one of them and green's the other. Okay. Now, if purple were high, we would have all of our highs for the column, and these would all be low. Now, do I see an issue with that? Not necessarily. This is every other as well, but can I do anything with this? These two are the same. Yeah, and then green would be low. These would all be high. It's interesting. I can't tell if it works or doesn't. It's the more restrictive option, which is why I'm thinking about it, right? The more restrictive option is purple is high and blue is low, because that would give us all of our highs for this column and all of our lows for this column. Oh, and that doesn't work. Yeah, that does not work. So let me just show you what I saw in my head here. If these were high and these were low, then these would have to be high for this column. And now we'd have 4 highs in this box. And there's only 3 highs, 4, 5, and 6. So that doesn't work. So actually we know that green is high and purple is low. Now the reason I checked the other way around first is because it was the more restrictive option. So it was the more likely one to break. All right. Now what do we do with this information? Good question. Can we continue the coloring in any way? Can we maybe think about this color then? So if these were high, these would all be low. This would be low as well. So that'll be all of our lows. It might work though. These would be high. I think it might work. Okay, what can I do then? I could think about, so there's another thing I haven't really thought about in this puzzle for German whispers that I think I'll call out, which is that 3 and 4 tend to be very restricted, are very restricted on German whisper line. Let's think about if we tried to make this a 3. We know it's low. What if it were a 3? It would give us a 3 in the corner, which is nice, but what's not nice is there's only one digit that is at least 3 away from 3, and that is the 6. So this would have to be a 6. But then this would also have to be a 6, and that would repeat the 6, and that's no good in the column and the box. So this can't be 3, meaning it's 1 or 2. So this actually can't, and 4 has the same issue, it's just surrounded by 1s. This could actually be 4 though, because it would put a 1 here and here, and that doesn't cause a repetition issue in Sudoku rules. And so this cell here actually has to be a 5 or a 6. It can't be a 4. This cell here could be actually a 4. We'd have 1 here and 1 here. So I guess we can look for more here. This is from 1, 2, 5, 6. We're basically saying what's not 3, 4. There's surprisingly few of these in the grid though. All right, next to a 5, we can't put a 3, so this has to be 1 or 2. We have to be 3 away, so it's 1 or 2. Next to the 1 is going to be any of 4, 5, 6 though. It's really making it look like it should be 4 with a total of 1, but it doesn't have to be. So maybe that, okay, that didn't help a whole lot, did it? What is our next step then? Maybe I'll purple green color this one, see if that gives me anything interesting. Oops, I was on the pen tool for some reason. All right. So this is kind of, I had this in my head, but does that translate to this guy at all? Don't know. So again, the more restrictive thing is to make these high, but I kind of looked through that already. Let's walk through it. So if these were high, then these would be low. This whole column would be low, and that would make this high and this low. Actually, the box would finish with highs. So this is kind of what I saw in my head, and it seemed to work okay. Yeah, it still seems to work okay. I'm not seeing like an immediate problem with it, so it's probably not the next step. So we'll just return that. Can this be green though? That would finish the greens. These would be purples. That doesn't actually work. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So here's an easy thing to see. I don't know if it's easy to see, but this is the cleaner way to see this, which is we already have 1 orange and 1 blue here, meaning this purple is going to make us have either 2 oranges or 2 blues. We don't know which, but it means that, oh, sorry. I guess the easier way to see this is this can't be 2 purples, because then we'd have all of our purples in the column, and so then these 2 would have to be the same low high, and they're not. So this is 1 of each, 1 purple, 1 green, because we only have 1 more green. That uses up all our greens, making this purple. So then that's green and that's purple. Now, so if green were high, again, we'd have all of our highs. If green were low, these would all be high. Huh. Wait, this cell is low. I should take that into account. I just noticed 1, 3 was low. So does this blue help me? So whatever green is done. This blue or this orange will finish it. So that makes this purple. Interesting. And so purple is done in this box. So this has to be green. Yeah, noticing that this was blue helped a lot. Because it's the opposite of this orange and this orange. So this is 1 of each. This is 1 green, 1 purple. Whichever, so because we know it's 1 of each because of the column, we need 1 more of each. And so there is going to be a purple in here somewhere, and that's going to finish our purples because 1 of these is also purple. And so this has to be green. Still haven't linked green to low or high, but yeah, and this is 1 of each. We know that. This is 1 of each. What do I do with this? Blue is done. This green or this purple finishes blue. We don't know which one, but it means these have to be orange. And if this is orange, it can't be a 3. It must be a 5. All right. And so now that being orange makes this blue and this blue. That's kind of interesting how that worked out. Finish this box with an orange. Finish this column with a blue. So these are 2, 3. These are 4, 6. This can't be 4 only because this can't be a 1. So that's 6. That's 4. Give me anything. Let's see. Can I continue this? How does this connect? I can't shake this feeling that I'm missing something obvious, but I mean we're making progress at least. So we do need a 5 in this column, and these are low, and this 5C's here. So the 5 ends up here, and that's high, and that probably helps. So whatever purple is, it's done. It finishes with these two blues or these two oranges. And so this has to be green, and that makes this purple. Amazingly, I do not know what green or purple is yet, I don't think. Whichever one of these is high is a 4. That's interesting, which makes either this one, or this one. So I guess that's kind of interesting. We know the 4 is in one of these two, and that's going to put a 1 in one of these two, because the 4 has to be next to a 1. And that means this cannot be a 1, for what it's worth. Wherever the 1 ends up. And then one of these is a 1, I guess. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay. That probably isn't a necessary deduction, but it was kind of neat. If this ends up a 3, the 3, I don't know. If this ends up a 1, this is 1. That doesn't seem all that useful. Can I color more? Like, what's going on here? Maybe this row. No, we need a green and a purple here, which translates to needing a blue and an... Ah, we have 3 oranges here. Sorry, this is blue. So this is orange. Missing some obvious coloring. Sorry about that. This is only 2, 3. We know... so actually my ones here helped a lot, because the ones in one of these two, but also the ones in one of these two for this column. So this is the only way we're satisfying both the box and the column, is to put a 1 here. Or not the box and the column, the box and the column. The box is one of these two. All right, so that's our 1. I guess so. This is 2, 3. Huh. 1 of each. 1 of each. Okay. How are we continuing this? This is not 5, so this is 4 or 6. 4 will put double 1. Seems okay to me. Oh, so if this was the 4, we'd actually have to have 1 here and here. Is that a problem? Put a 1 here. It would put a 1 here. I think it works. Yeah, that finishes the 1s. Okay. What am I missing about this puzzle? 4, 5, 6. One of these is a 6. Not helpful. This is a 4, 6 pair. Another way to prove that this had to be 1 is to put the 4, 6 pair here. I think that's a little bit easier. These are 2, 3, 5 then. 1, 2, 3. Ah, so 4 and 6 go here. We're roped. We're vertically roped. This 4, 6 and this 4, 6 forces it. So we have the 4, 6s are the same vertically here. And then this 1 with this 2, 3 is going to rope like this. And then this 5 with 2, 3 ropes like this. So we could actually mark that this 2, 3 and this 2, 3 are the same digit. Do I need to? I mean, I could color the 2, 3s. So I could say this is the red 2, 3 and this is the yellow 2, 3. So that's the red one and that's the yellow one. Because I know these two are the same because of our roping. Do I need a red 2, 3 down here? I really don't think this helped, did it? There's a red 2, 3 in one of these two. I don't think that helped me, did it? There's a yellow 2, 3 in here, and there's a red 2, 3 in here. That's kind of what we know. Oops. 2, 5, 6. 2 would force this to be... Oh, okay. This is how you do it. Oh, it took me way too long to find this. This can't be low because if this was a 2, this would have to be a 5, 6 pair, and there's already a 5 in this column. Okay. Yeah. So basically, if these were high, they would have to be a 4, 6 pair, making this a 1, but it can't be 1. So that doesn't work. This is 5, 6, and now we know all the purples are high and all the greens are low. Perfect. So this has to be the 1. 1 is not high. That makes this a 3. This is not 4. That's our 4. That gives us this 1 that we talked about. That's 2 then. Can I still not do more here? So this is a 3 for the column. This is a 1, 2 pair. And that makes all of our reds 2. All of our yellows 3. Okay, that's a 1. So I don't, since they have names now, I don't need colors for them. You can just clear those out. So this is a 3, 5 pair, and this is a 1, 2 pair. Okay, I mean, there's going to be some kind of uniqueness. Yeah, by uniqueness, this is a 4. This is a 1. Because we got, I mean, I'm not going to use it, but we have to resolve this one too. You have to be really careful with uniqueness and variance, because you don't know how things are going to affect things. But I think in this case, I'm relatively confident, because these 1, 2 pairs aren't going to resolve themselves through classic Sudoku, so we need to use a variant to do it. And the only way that that resolves is by putting a 4 in one of these 3 cells, which would force one of these to be 1. And these can't be 4. Wait, why can't this be 4? Actually, this could be 4. For some reason, I thought both of these can be 4. So we either have a 4 here or a 4 here. Okay, that's the conclusion. All right, anyway, not as strong. This is a 4, 6 pair, and this is a 2. This is 5, 6. Oh, that 5 didn't work. That's 6, that's 4, that's 6. That's a 5. We get 6 and 4 here. This is 5. Oh, so it ended up being the 4 here. All right. That resolves our 1, 2 pair. That gives me the 6 and 4 here. That's 3 and 5. Okay, let's color the 3 low. Oops, I guess I have some white in there. All right, the 3 is low, the 5 is high. And so then this has to be high, this has to be low, and we'll finish the digits, the 3 and the 6, and we're done. All right, took me a while to notice that these couldn't be high because they'd be a 4, 6 pair, and that would make this 1. Actually, it was fairly recently that I noticed this couldn't be 1. There were a couple ways to notice it though. There was the 4 in one of these two, which is the way I initially saw it. But I think we can place this one by seeing that this had to be a 4, 6 pair. But I mean, I ended up getting this 5 because it had to be high. I don't know. I don't know like what order of events could have happened better. I'd have to go back and resolve it, which I'm not going to do. Cool. Well, yeah, I don't think this had to take as long, but there were some intricate steps for me. I just not noticing certain things though. Anyway, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.